Genghis Khan left his empire to his four sons. They each received a large area to rule as a Khan. However, it was Genghis Khan wished that his third son, Ogadeyi, be the overall ruler. The Mongols officially gave Ogadeyi the title Great Khan in 12,029. Ogadeyi established a Mongol capital in the steppes and built a palace with strong walls made of blackstone. Ogadeyi called the capital Karakorum, which either meant black stones or black walls. Ogadeyi launched a new series of conquests. Mongols' armies fought in Russia and other parts of Eastern Europe under their control. In 12,041, they were about to invade Western Europe, but Ogadeyi died. The invasion was called off until a new great Khan was chosen. By the time Ogadeyi died, his three brothers were also dead. Genghis Khan's grandsons competed bitterly for the position of Great Khan. For 10 years, the Mongol world was in turmoil. Finally, in 12,051, order was restored. That year, a grandson named Mongke was proclaimed Great Khan. Mongke resumed the Mongol conquest. He sent his brothers Hulegu to subdue areas of Central and West Asia. In 1258, Hulegu attacked the Muslim capital Baghdad. In that now was country of Iraq. When the city fell, the army tore Baghdad apart, destroyed the grand library and its priceless artifacts, killed many people as Baghdad remained for ruins for several centuries. Where Hulegu's army was in West Asia, another army was in China. Mongke was determined to finally destroy Song dynasty. The Emperor Genghis never defeated. Kublai Khan. The leader attacked in China was also the brother of Mongke called Kublai. Kublai campaign was not going well, so Mongke joined the fight. But in 1259 he died suddenly. A small group of Mongols then proclaimed Kublai the new Great Khan. He became known as Kublai Khan, but most Mongols never accepted him as their supreme leader. They thought becoming less Mongolian and more Chinese. The Mongol world began to lose its unity. To make matters worse, the Mongols suffered a major defeat. In 1260, a Mongol army lost the battle of Galigi, which is part of modern-day Israel and Lebanon, that ended Mongols' conquest in the west. But in China, Kublai continued to efforts to conquer Song dynasty, and in 1264 turned back to the Mongolian capital, Karakorum, and settled permanently in China. He established a new Mongol capital in the northern China, the site of Zhongdu, destroyed Jin capital, called it Khanbalik, which means city of Khan. He built an enormous palace there. In 1279, Kublai Khan won the final victory over his Song dynasty. That year established a new dynasty to rule China, the Yuan dynasty. All of China is now under Mongol rule. Marco Polo. The famous Italian merchant traveler Marco Polo spent 17 years in China, 1275-1292 during the reign of Kublai Khan, the marble capital of Khanbalik, also spelled Khanbaluk, was especially impressed by the Great Khan's palace. He said it was the greatest place ever was. Marco Polo traveled on Khanbalik and is known as Silk Road, so he traveled leading to Europe to China. Kublai Khan settled as the ruler of China. Although he was Khan and the Mongols, he no longer had much interest in the rest of the empire. He devoted all his time to the Yuan dynasty. His government mostly excluded native Chinese. All the jobs were filled with Mongols and other foreigners. Kublai Khan, though still had a taste for conquest, extended his rule over areas of South China, but he failed to conquer the island nation of Japan. Twice, he sent large fleets of ships to Japan. Both fleets were destroyed by terrible storms. Kublai gave up his plan to bring Japan to an empire. The Mongol conquest, both east and west, were finally coming to an end. The Mongol Empire now was bigger in the present areas of the United States, Canada, Mexico, Central America combined. For a while, under Mongol rule, the world was at peace. Division of the empire. Kublai died in 1294, yet before his death, the Mongol Empire had been fragmented. It was simply too huge to be ruled from a single location. When Kublai's Khanate, the emperor fell apart. It split into four large called Khanates, each ruled by its own Khan. It was no longer a great Khan. The large Khanate was known as the Yuan dynasty, centered in China. Other Khanates was called Ilkhanate in Persia, and was known as Iraq. The Chagatai Khanate in Central Asia, and now the Kipchak Khanate in Russia, now become known as the Golden Horde. The Khanates maintained relations with one another, but they were all independent. Yet one by one were overthrown. Spread of culture from east to west. As the Mongol army traveled, so did the crafts people helped make their nomadic communities. String instruments such as Mongolian horse head pedals, paper money from Kublai Yuan dynasty were just two of the goods adapted and became parts of culture people and the Mongols conquered. The end of the Mongol rule. With their 5 days over, the Mongols ceased to be hardened warriors. They became corrupt and weak. People they ruled, sensing the weakness, revolted against them. In 1335, the Ilkhanate in Persia became the first Mongol khanate to be overthrown. The Yuan dynasty was next. Rebel leader named Zhu Yuanzhong led a successful revolution against the Mongols. In 1368, he established new Chinese ruling family, the Ming dynasty. The last bastion of Mongol power was the Golden Horde, a Mongol group that was ruled over Russia, Ukraine, and other areas of the northern Mongol Empire. A Russian prince, Ivan III, finally overthrew in 1480. With the end of the Golden Horde, the Mongols were defeated. Influence of the Mongols. Mongolian people remember the Mongol Emperor with pride, especially honor memory of Genghis Khan, the national hero. Historians and various people remember the Mongol conquest as time of great bloodshed. This estimated number of people killed ranged from 4 million to 60 million people. Genghis Khan is often thought as one of the greatest conquerors in history because of military success and many conquered lands.